going to show you the video for task 2 of March 2019 paper 2. Okay, so I'm going to do the entire the entire task 2 in this video. Okay, I'm going to open archaeology.rtf, which is this guy here. Alright, then we need to save the document in my work area, so I'm just going to save it in here, and we are going to change the name to a190xinfo. Right, so I'm just going to double click and it should open in Microsoft Word. Again, I'm using Microsoft 365. It should be the same, okay? It doesn't matter. Enable editing, and now we have this document here. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to save as. Okay, this is very important. You need to change it into a Word document format. Okay, a190xinfo. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's saved in the same folder just now. Save. Alright, so now this is saved already. I need to show on the evidence document that this file has been saved. Let me open my evidence document, which I've already worked on previously. And under evidence 1, I need to make a screenshot of the file, okay, which is this guy here. Alright, just gonna open up my sniping tool or sniping tool. Right, I'm going to make a screenshot of this guy right here. I'm happy with that. I'm going to paste it into my evidence document here, like so. Okay, now we are going to change the whole document settings to be A4 with landscape orientation. So coming back here, we are going to change the whole entire thing to a landscape, and this should be done under layout orientation. Change to landscape, so the whole thing will change into landscape mode. We need to set the margins to 2 centimeters. So let's go to margins, click on custom margins. It's very important that you write the unit in. Okay, so I'm just going to copy paste 2 centimeters to all sides of the margin as the question requires me to. Done. And evidence 2 requires me to show screenshots of the settings of paper size, orientation, and the margins. So I am going to let me check first. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to change the paper to A4. Okay, now this is good. So I'm going to make a screenshot of this guy here using my sniping tool. Okay, oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so going to try to make a screenshot of this guy here. So I'm going to use the snipping tool to make a screenshot of my paper size, which I am going to copy and paste it in my evidence document. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just put this one away first, and this should be under evidence number 2. Okay, I'm going to minimize this because I'm going to show the margins as well as the question ones, and also the page orientation. Right, so let's look at the page. Let's look at the paper size one more time. I believe this should tell me the orientation should be landscape. Let me have a look. There we go. I'm just going to screenshot this. Now the reason why I'm screenshotting it from here is because I'm using my Mac. Okay, so there's no print screen button, so I can't just click on orientation and size and margins to show this. Okay, but on your computer you can. Okay, so you don't have to follow my style. So I'm just going to put these guys in here. I'm just going to minimize the size a little bit. Okay, now this is under evidence number 2. Now let's place in the header of the document an automated date file to display today's date left aligned, followed by our name, center number, and candidate right aligned. Okay, so very simple. Let's go to the header here. Now my preference is to use the pre-built 3 columns header or footer. Why? Because this is automatically aligned left or right and middle. Okay, so in here what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the automated date field of today's date. Okay, very simple. Just select the box, click on date and time. Let's select today's date. On the left side, done. We do not need the center one, so we're just going to delete that. On the right, we are going to enter our name, center number, and candidate number. Okay, now obviously you are going to put the real thing lah, huh? I'm using a fake one. Now what I'm going to do is under the footer, I'm just going to use the same thing again, the 3 columns one, because it's neat. We are going to put the automated page numbers on the left and file name with its full path on the right. Okay, so let's get rid of the middle one, we don't need it anymore. So this guy here, I'm selecting this guy here, and what I'm going to do is I am going to put the page number. Now very careful, okay, we're going to use current position. Why current position? Because I've already selected it on the left just now, and that means that it will put that page number in that current position. While here we are going to put the file name with the path, right? And to do that, we use quick paths. Go to field, we're going to look for something called file name here. Press F, then it will bring you this guy here. Select this button here, sorry, this checkbox here for the path. Click OK, boom, done. Mine is very long simply because I save it in a C drive, okay? But in the real exam, yours may be shorter, okay? It doesn't really matter in that sense, but technically this is correct. And you should see that my path spills over to the left side because it's just way too long. So don't worry about it. In the real exam, it should be perfect, right? Moving on. We need to make sure that all the items are aligned to the page margins and no other text or placeholders, blah 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 blah. So what they just want is that everything should be correct. Now how do I do this? It's very simple. I'm going to click on view. I'm going to click on navigation, no, not navigation page, sorry, ruler. Now the ruler allows me to actually see, okay, where the margins are, okay, and how do I 100% determine whether it's within the margin? Check this out, huh? We can click on grid lines and boom, we can actually see the arrangement, okay, or the alignment to the margins, okay. So this is very useful. I don't need it for the whole entire exercise, so I'm just gonna uncheck it, okay. So I'm happy with this. Now again, remember, save. So you always have to save, okay, right. Moving on to the next part, okay. We need to create a house style specification. There are 5 house styles there. So let's see, these styles have already been applied to the document, okay, and match them, blah blah blah. Oh, so what that means is that the question says that this styles has already been created. Let's have a check. So to check where all the styles are, you click on home and you should see this whole list here, right? But let's use something called the style manager by clicking on this button here, and this thing's gonna pop up, right? So what the question wants us to do is, first of all, they need us to check all this stuff here, is it correct or not? Okay, so I'm just going to check them one by one right now. Click let's see, font area, yes, it's a sans serif font, it is all caps, 20 centered, okay, 0 12, very good. Let's go to subtitle, sans serif, okay, Arial sans serif, 18 points, italic, yes, single, yes, 0 and 12. I'm not entirely sure whether this is 0 or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and modify and just check the spacing, okay. So I'm going to go to paragraph and check 0 12. Okay, I'm happy with that. Next, subhead, okay, we're going to go to the subhead again. You know what, let's just go to modify and see if it's correct or not. It's faster that way. Subhead serif, yes, Times New Roman is correct. 16 it is not centered. And it's supposed to be bold and underlined without italics. Let's check the paragraph. 0 12, okay, that's correct. Click OK. Click OK. Let's check the body. Okay, body is supposed to be serif. Arial is not serif. Serif, we are going to use Times New Roman simply because it's the so again, Times New Roman, yes. Justified, this is not justified. Justified is this guy here. first line indent from the left, 1 centimeter from the length. Okay, so let's check that out. Let's go to paragraph, and we have indentation here, 1 centimeter from the left. Okay, next. Okay, what are we gonna do? Let's see. Make sure the line spacing is double. Change this to double, and the space before and after is 0, 0. Okay, happy with that. Next, let's check out ARC table. ARC table, they require us to have serif correct, 14 is correct, left is correct. Okay, let's check the paragraph. Single 0, 0. Okay, we are happy with that. And it should look like this. Now, is it correct or not? We are not entirely sure. Let's have a look, okay? Check that the styles applied to the document are correct as specified and match them to the house style specification. Identify and correct only the settings of the styles that are incorrect. So we've corrected a few things, okay? And we need to provide screenshots of any settings for styles that you have corrected and place this in your evidence document. Okay, so I don't actually remember everything, but I believe body needs to be corrected. So I'm just gonna make a screenshot of this guy. Okay, so we can actually see everything here. Okay, so left 1 centimeter, justify, double space, all this stuff here. Okay, so again, I'm just gonna use my sniping tool, and I'm just gonna screenshot this whole thing. Okay, and I'm just gonna paste this into the evidence document. Oh, I need to close that before I can do that. Put it in evidence number 3. This is one of the styles that I've changed. Okay, in the real exam, please try to make sure you do this as neat as possible. Okay, right, let's have a look. I believe the other one that I did was the subhead. Okay, so I shall go to under modify and do the same thing again. Use the sniping tool, click new. Okay, making sure that I capture the title and also any changes that I've made. Okay, and I will again, silly mistake. Okay, put it into the evidence document again. Okay, just gonna make it a bit smaller so it fit under there. Next. Okay, let me be clear. I'm doing this very quickly. I'm not doing it super properly. In the real exam, you have to do it properly. Remember, this is a printed evidence document. The marker from CAIE needs to read this, okay? So you have to ensure that when you print it out, the person can read it. It's fine if you want to print multiple pages. No worries in the real exam, okay? Right, let's go back. I'm going to save this. Okay, so that I don't lose any data. Save this again. Oh, I'm sorry, let me undo. Okay, right. Next, I am going to check on what do you call this again? The question paper. Change the page layout so the subheading, our new international course, and all the following text is displayed in 2 columns of equal width. Okay, so I need to look for that text. Okay. So the easiest way is just to use the find function, which I use a shortcut called Control F, and I'm going to search for it. Our new international course. Okay, so that means that all the text from here onwards, okay, must be divided into 2 columns. Click on layout. I'm going to click on columns. More columns because I want to specify the space in between, and I click OK. Now my text, I'm just going to close this. I'll put this to the side here. Let's have a look at our text. Okay, our text looks like this now. Okay, next. Let me check my body. Something's wrong with my body, is it? The only one justified, so I think, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna uncheck a few things. I'm just gonna get rid of this bold. Okay, I apologize for the mistake made. Okay, now next what we are going to do is we're going to import the image m19 forum.jpg, and we need to place this at the start of the paragraph below the subheading why Jerash. Okay, right, let's see now. I think I've screwed up the document a little bit, okay? So I'm just gonna reapply it. So I believe our document, let me read the question paper. Oh, no, no, no. They are going to tell me how to apply the style later. Okay, never mind. Okay, forgive me. I'm going to import the image, m219 forum. Okay, so very simple. It's super easy. Look for the picture, which is this guy here. Control C to copy, and then just paste it wherever you want in the text. So let's see. It wants us to place at the start of the paragraph below a subheading Y Jarash. Where is Y Jarash? So right here. Okay, and no, right there. I'm just going to paste it there, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the bottom third of the image. So very simple. Double click on this, and then we can, once you double click, the toolbar will change, okay, and it will select picture format, okay, and there's a crop function. So the crop function means that I'm going to crop the bottom third of the image, okay. So how am I going to do that? What we are looking at is the height, 9.26 centimeter. Okay, I'm just going to do a really quick calculation. Okay. Right, so what's that? 9.26 centimeter. 9.26 divided by 3. 3.08. So I'm just going to round it up to 3.09. Okay, so which means that I need to throw away 3.09, right? Now, what is 9.26 minus 3.09? 6.173. Okay, so I'm just going to round it to 6.173. Alright, let's see where we are at. Okay. Now, let's see now. As you can see, there's a problem here. When I crop this, okay, you should see that the height will turn into 7.43, right? Let me undo and show you what's the difference, okay? But the thing is, when I use this crop function, it doesn't actually change in real time, right? So, you know what? What we're going to do is, okay, we're going to use a tool, okay? Let me show you what's that tool that we can use, okay? Now let's go and look for the picture in here, m219 forum, right click, right? And then we are going to edit. Please don't choose this other two, just select edit, okay, and boom, we have this, right? Now what we need to do is we need to crop it, right? No, oh, let's see, select, can I select? Oh, they don't allow me to do that. Okay, hold on, let me just give me a second. Don't save. m219 edit with photos, crop and rotate. Let's see if this crop will allow me to crop according to a measurement. Ayo, no, cannot. Oh, then unfortunately, I'm sorry guys. I think that you have to do it manually lah. Okay, I apologize. I thought that they would allow me to change it. Okay, so let's crop. Okay, you can't crop to shape. You can't crop to aspect ratio as well. You have to crop manually. So what was the number that they want? 6.173. Okay, my God, this is tedious. 7.37. Okay, you can't just change here. I don't think you can. 6 point. Oh, you can. Oh, I think I know how already. 6.17 cm. Oh no lah, it resizes the whole picture lah. It doesn't actually do what you think. So unfortunately, yes, you have to do this manually. Okay. Okay. Very close. Oh no, too much. I'm just gonna do it up to here. Okay. I guess I think you understand what I'm trying to say lah. Huh? Okay, somewhere there, I guess. Okay. Now, if I find a much easier method to do so, I will inform you guys. Now, let's go. Resize the image so that it's 6.5 meters wide. So select this image again, okay, and we need to maintain aspect ratio. So you just straight away type to 6.5 centimeter and it will maintain the ratio for you. If they say no aspect ratio remove, you have to uncheck this box. Okay. Next, we need to align the image to the top of the text and on the left margin. Okay, so how do we do this? Okay, we need to make sure that the text, okay, wraps around the whole image and this stays on the left margin. So right now it is on the left margin, but I want this text to wrap around it. So you see this box that appears when we have this image selected. So we are going to select square or type. Let's do, okay, for in this case, because this image is square, you select square or type, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going to select square. Now do you see the difference now? Now the text wraps around the image, and the image by default is left aligned, so it's fine. But check this out, I can shift it around. See that? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ensure that it's on the left. Okay, I'm happy with that. Next, I need to format the first row of the table by merging the 3 columns, center align the text in the merged cell and shading it with a background color of light gray 20 to 40%. So I'm going to go down to the table. So I need to merge these guys, okay, together and merge the cells, right? Happy with that. And then I need to center align them. There we go. And then I need to shade. And this is gray. And if you put your cursor there, you can see how many percent is the grade of the shade. Okay, so it's between 20 and 40%. So this is acceptable. And now we need to apply ARC subhead. So I shall do that. Okay. And then the top 2 rows, I'm sorry, this counts as well. So let's do that as well. Okay. Next, we are going to apply ARC to the other ARC table to the others. Okay. ARC table. There we go. Happy with that. Make sure that the tables fit within the column width. Okay. So you see here, this table does not fit in the column width. Okay. How do I know? If you look here, click on this text here, see this? This is actually, if I go and select grid lines, it should be able to show you that, look, it's not within the margin of the columns, okay? So we need to adjust this a little bit, okay? So I'm just going to take the side of the table and I'm going to drag it to, yeah, somewhere. Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, I highlighted the first row accidentally. Let me do it again. There we go. That looks much better. Okay, I'm going to make sure that it's within the same margin of the text. Okay. Next, there are no blank rows in the table. So I've got a blank row here. I'm going to delete it. Highlight this row here. Right click and delete the cells. Delete the entire row. Click OK. All internal and external grid lines are displayed when printed. So what that means that the lines inside and outside is visible. If you can see it here, it means that you can print it. Okay, next, let's spell check and proofread the document. Okay. To do a quick spell check, you can either click down here, okay, or under references, you can click on, is it under references? I'm sorry, review. You can click on the, where is it? Is it under thesaurus? No, check it, hold on. I'm not entirely sure where it is in this version. Okay, but anyway, I'm just going to click on this guy here. And it should show me, okay, I'm going to click delete this. I'm going to, okay, there are 2 spelling mistakes. And I'm going to change them and fix it. Okay, there's several grammatical errors. Okay, fine. Okay, right, race course, okay, whatever, right, okay. Next, proofread the whole document, make sure there are no widows or orphans. Okay, so widows and orphans, okay, I'm not very happy with this. Hold on, okay, I apologize. I believe that just now when I corrected the style, I messed the thing up a little bit. So I'm just going to change how, I believe this is subtitle. Okay, let's see. purpose of the field courses, subtitle. Okay, now I believe the text should look like this. Subtitle. Yes, okay, I'm happy with this. Next, again, let's save. Okay, save the document using the same file name and format. Okay, done. And we need to print it out. So again, in the real exam, you need to print this out. Okay. So this is task 2 of the paper.